beauties and babes. Thank you all for joining us. I'm your host, Lonnie Noel, and this is Beauty Tutorials Unveiled. Happy Wind Down Wednesday. We have a special episode for you today. If you've been joining us all along, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're new here, I'm going to give you a little breakdown of how the show works. So, this show is an opportunity to get a chance to break down all your favorite tutorials from the pros. You get a chance to ask questions live or just hear a little bit of behind the scenes insight on how exactly to nail whatever tutorial it is. So today we have a super special episode, and this is how to master or nail the perfect shot or pose when it comes to a photo shoot. So if anybody has any up and coming photo shoots, this is the tutorial for you. So you want to definitely stay tuned because we have a pro indeed. This guest has been featured in Vogue, Paper Magazine, New York Fashion Week, NBA, Oscar winning, mini campaigns. Some we can't even disclose yet because, you got to keep it on the low to release. Hot fire coming live. So, Lia Bass, thank you so much for joining us. We are so excited to have you.
Yes, likewise, coming in hot. I love that. Many we can't disclose.
We can't disclose yet. Because what if I would have dropped the tea? We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. Secret things coming.
Mom's the word.
For sure. So definitely let the people know who you are. Absolutely. Let the people know who you are and a little bit about what you do and what you've done.
Yeah, so my name is Lia Bass. I'm from Springfield, Mass. I'm a model, actor. I just moved out to LA to still continue to pursue the modeling. I was in New York for a while, but I'm out here just trying to continue to kick the acting into like the next gear. I don't want to say second because I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? So definitely looking forward to booking more acting auditions, doing more screen work and things like that. And I'm in Hollywood, so I'm trying to take it to as far as I can, for sure.
Absolutely. And we definitely miss you on this side. I think I see a palm tree in the back,
I miss y'all too, for real.
Yeah, for sure. We're definitely still getting used to the time difference, but look at we nailed it. There's sunlight. It's dark here, so this is awesome. So whenever you're ready, we can jump right into the tutorial on how to nail the perfect shot / pose.
Most certainly. So I'm definitely sure it varies per model. For myself, 3 major points for killing a photo shoot, getting a perfect pose, is knowing my angles, movement, and chemistry. So with knowing my angles, I know that I have a very broad profile, and I utilize it to my advantage. I've shot with many photographers who tell me my profile shot looks amazing. I've done beauty work where it's like, you work the shoulders very much. What helps is the extension of the neck, given, you don't want to take a photo and hide your neck, even though, you want to kind of hide behind the shoulder, but you still want to give an angle. You know what I'm saying? And those things like that, when it comes to the profile, definitely work in my favor. Another thing I'm extremely big on, just that I learned at a young age before I even started modeling, was from Tyra Banks. She hollered about smizing all the time. So sometimes it's hard because you're posing so many times for the same photo that your eyes kind of just lose emotion behind them. So an easy way to like gain an emotion back and kind of smile without smiling is to blink and just drop into, it just helps to kind of blink, take
I'm trying. I'm over here like,
blink just to get a little focus off the camera. You know what I mean? Just drop in real cute, So those are definitely key points for myself. And with the second one is movement. One thing is what I learned coming up as a model, like there was a lot for me to learn. And sometimes I would be on set and I would feel very like stagnant to the point where it was like, okay, so now what? Like, what do I do now? And I learned to just continue to move, like just move and allow your body to really flow. Don't think about it too much. And I'm very tall, so I utilize my limbs. Sometimes I overextend my torso in a way that makes me look longer than I actually am, or extend my legs, and that works to my advantage, especially if I'm in a hill. I've even seen shorter models look taller in photos just because they're in a hill. Having on a flowy skirt using the movement of the skirt. If you're wearing something that has fringe or just a lot of movement, then you don't have to necessarily have movement in your body, but provide movement in what you're wearing. It definitely helps bring drama to the photo. And I've seen a lot of like badass editorial photos. I've been in some badass editorial photos that look like the shot is way more dramatic than what was actually going on set. You know what I mean? And it's just because of the movement providing, it just adds like a crazy ass dramatic effect. It's amazing. And the third, which is extremely important, is chemistry. There's so many different people who have a hand in what's going on set, from the makeup artist, the stylist, the photographer, you as the model. Um, Modeling has definitely. I have a very chill personality, and I can be very cat like. So I have the tendency to like feel things out before I'm like head on in them. But modeling has taught me to kind of get in settings and just be vulnerable. Because when you first meet a photographer, you guys don't know each other. I've shot with photographers I've never met a day in my life. You guys kind of have to get there and feed off of one another. And so being able to make immediate chemistry with somebody is, especially the photographer or the makeup artist, because even the makeup artist, like sometimes they'll ask you, do you like what you look like? And if you lie and say no, you're gonna be on set looking like a toad, looking crazy. And nobody wants to look like that. You know what I'm saying? And so the chemistry is important because you want to be confident, you want to be there, and you want to go home and be like, I killed that shoot. Let me have me a cute little, you know what I mean? A little, treat myself to a little glass of champagne or something when you get home. Because that's what I do after I kill a shoot. And the chemistry also just allows for the entire set to feel alive. So you're not standing there looking dead in the eyes, just staring at each other. Like, so when we go home, you know what I mean? So chemistry is amazing. And those are my three things. Know your angles, provide a lot of movement, and build chemistry, learn how to build immediate chemistry so you guys can feed off of the amazing energy that's on set and in the space where you're creating.
That is awesome. So, now that that's all said and done, I don't know about y'all, but I'm asking for myself. So when it comes to smizing, like, it sounds easy. Like sometimes I try it in the mirror and I'm like, what is the key to nailing the smize? Like, because you're literally you're smiling with your eyes. So what exactly, like I can't get it, so help me out. Because I don't want to look like a ghoul or a toad, I don't want to look dead. I don't want to look dead in the eyes, even for on set. Like I could be smizing in my intro, like, come on, y'all.
I never want you to look like a ghoul ever. Please. please. No, but the key to smizing, I think, is to it's a practice for sure. I'm not gonna front like I walked on set one day and was just like smiling,
smizing your life away.
My eyes were smiling cheek to cheek, like no. But I definitely think it's a matter of mentally, like you have to feel like you're smiling. Like you're. I feel like it's a matter of like, okay. You know how you feel. You know how you feel sexy. You know how you feel sexy, and it's like, we all know how to give a sex eye.
Do I know how to feel sexy? Okay.
So I think it's just a matter of feeling like you're smiling,
right?
And just kind of whatever it is, like when you're serving face, and it's just like give a little. It's a little lighter. It's not so stern. It's like real light.
Yeah, kind of smiling from within.
Yeah, from within, and it feels a little gentle. For sure.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna practice that off camera because you're not gonna do me. Okay. You're gonna be screenshotting.
I think you be smizing low key. I've seen you smize.
Girl, I am one of the people who have, what is it called, the resting bitch face. Everybody thinks I'm upset. Like, no, I am fine. I am chilling. If anything, I'm tired. I can't see. They'd be like, smile, sweetheart. At the gas station. You know how it be at the gas station. Smile, beloved. Like, no.
No, I don't.
No. I thought I was smiling. Am I smiling from within? I haven't been smiling on Instagram because I'm waiting to get my braces off. That's another story because we coming in hot. 2021.
Okay, coming in hot, honey. Soon come.
So, I'm a shorter gal. So I know you mentioned like some short models can, have the opportunity to elongate themselves on camera. So what advice would you give someone that's short like me? I'm 5'3", like, what am I giving? Like, what should I be giving to, elongate my neck? Because I know sometimes you could throw that neck up too far.
Yeah.
So how
And
can exactly can one?
yes, you have to know, because you don't want to give too much chin. And sometimes depending on the angle, too much chin is nice, but you want to make sure it's leveled and you like kind of sit in it. You have good posture from what I know and what I can see. So it's definitely continue to extenuate your torso and everything, but maybe like kick out a leg or like, extend and lean a little bit so you take up more space.
That
Instead
was
of
it right
standing
there.
like straight up.
That was a word, the torso. Because I honestly, when you said that, like, I was not even like, I was elongating from simply like here up. So we gotta let the plane pass
It's
because
these,
you in
it's these,
LA and the
it's these,
choppers is out. We
these
understand the
LA
choppers is out.
choppers. These
The
LA
choppers is out.
chopper
We get it.
style.
We get it. We get it.
Chopper style. Good grief.
Elongating my torso. So
Yes.
no. But when you mentioned that, I was not even like, I was not elongating anything from here up. Like, so when you said that, it's like, okay, we could be bringing it up from all the way. All right, you know what? This ain't about me, and I'm gonna
Gotta
move
come
on.
from the ground up. It's gotta work from the ground up. You gotta be 10 toes down. You got, you know what I mean? Stand tall.
Exactly. So what would you say the major key is to knowing your angles? Because I know sometimes we think we're nailing it. And I know you have said in the past, like, you can think you're not nailing it and then the shots come out amazing. So what's the key? Like, what advice could you give someone to kind of just trusting the process?
Yes. With knowing your angles, I feel like we all know when we feel we look good. You know what I mean? Like, I know that I feel like I look better from my right side. Sometimes I pose from the left, but I still might be facing the left, but it's very much still giving right profile. You know what I mean? So I think it's just a matter of, girl, take them selfies. Okay, take them selfies. Know when you yourself look good, because you can't tell someone else how to make you look good. So if you know your own angles, then when you're on set, they're not gonna have to give you much direction, because it's like, I know what to do to make me be here, like I'm showing up. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, you've been practicing.
Okay. I also want to add in with what you said as far as like the things that you don't think look too good, like actually looking the best, is because when I say give movement, I mean like also give poses and body motions and twist your body in ways that you might not even normally think to do on camera, especially in editorial. Like editorial
Right.
print, it's like get in them weird positions and extenuate your body, and it might hurt a little. You're gonna need some core strength sometimes. Do all these things
A
because
torso.
you might feel like you look crazy in the moment, but when you get that final shot, it's like, damn, that's me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Like, okay, so go crazy. Go crazy.
I didn't even know I could be a pretzel and look good. Like, who knew? You know what I mean? It just turned
No,
into
it's
a
funny
human
because
pretzel.
sometimes I'll see BTS and models will kind of like even be dancing, like dancing and moving, and I'm just like, wow, how's that
Absolutely.
working out?
All those skills tie into each other. It's crazy. Like, even with acting, people who dance and all those things, it just all kind of comes full circle. So, for sure.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So before we get into the girl chat, I just have one more question because a lot of us are like really pretty, like we're pretty in person, we're pretty after our 50th photo, you know. What advice would you give to someone who's just simply shy or just not photogenic, like quote unquote? Because I know there's a way to build yourself up to be photogenic. I think we kind of discussed this, in general, just kind of on knowing your angles and overall. But I think if you've like had photo shoots, like I like, even me, full disclosure, I've had photo shoots, and I'm just like, dang, like I know I'm cute, but what's wrong? So, and then it kind of causes you to shut down, and you don't really know what to do. Like, what tips would you give to someone to like kind of relax on set and kind of jump out of their shell or comfort zone?
Absolutely. So, when I first started modeling, I didn't want to shoot with anybody I knew. Like, I was just like,
Mm.
I only felt very comfortable shooting with people I didn't know, because it was just like, it kind of made me a turtle a little bit. Like, damn, I don't,
Mm-hmm.
like, they know me in real
Yeah.
life. Like, it's just a
Yeah.
little,
Mm-hmm.
like, very shy. Like, so, um, I would definitely say what helped me is continuing to do it. Like, still do those photo shoots. Like, maybe the last one you was like, damn, I looked good. I pulled up, fit was on point, face beat. I felt like I was killing it, but I didn't feel so confident. Continue to show up, because if you don't continue to show up, then you're going to keep shying away from doing it. You know what I mean? The best way to
Right.
do it is by just getting out there and doing it. Secondly is to just try not to be so much in your head. At those times I felt like I was like overthinking things way too much. Like, have fun with it still. Like, have fun
Yeah.
with it. And especially if you're shooting with someone, like, let's have fun. Let's, like, laugh a little bit, let it be playful still. It doesn't have to feel like work. Like, oh, I'm showing up, I'm doing a shoot, gotta kill it. Like, because you will kill it if you just enjoy it and live in it. You know what I mean? So I think it's just
Yeah.
staying out of your head, being confident, because you're confident or you want to show up. You know what I mean? So stick
Right.
to that. Like, don't let that confidence go astray just because now somebody has a camera in their face. But it definitely takes work and patience. So just continue to keep at it. You know what I mean? Keep at it, stay confident, and stay out of your head for sure.
Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, now we're gonna jump into our girl chat segment where we're just gonna, kiki and just kind of talk about things that you have going on, up and coming, et cetera, et cetera. I know that you don't have wine per se, but it's Wine Down Wednesday, so I'm sure you're sipping something.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Me, love me a cute little sip.
absolutely. So those I know that you used to play basketball like as a main hobby. What inspired you to start your modeling career?
Honestly, it got to a point, like, I played basketball in my life, and it just got to a point where I was only balling to have somewhere to live. I didn't want to be home in Springfield. I wasn't living with my parents at the time. My mom was down south in a whole other state. I couldn't live with my dad. It was like, okay, so I'm gonna do what I'm good at to kind of get to somewhere I needed to be. So I ended up playing ball in Boston, and then I got recruited to play ball in Miami. So I was out there balling in Miami, and this girl hit me up on Instagram and was like, I always took photos just to, like, kind of model for myself, kind of thing. So this girl
Hmm.
hit me up on Instagram and was like, I want you to come model for my brand. And I'm like, never really modeled for anyone before, don't really know how that's gonna go. And she asked me to come out. So she was like, no, you'll do great. So I was like, all right, fine, like, I'll come. So I went out there, we did it, and we killed it. It was like my first real photo shoot, but I was like, it was shot in black and white. It looks, I loved it. Um, I really enjoyed myself on set. So that was like my first taste to be like, damn, like, I kind of enjoy this, like.
Hmm.
But then it got published overseas, and in Brazil, and I was like, it just was so dope to see my work in, like, such a huge platform. Um,
Yeah.
I never thought that I would see myself posing in fashion overseas, like someplace I've never been before. You know what I mean? And I just really love that feeling, and I just started, like, doing more of it, and I just fell in love for real. Um, and I ain't stopped since. So
Yes, and awesome. Like I love it. Like I remember when you first started, we started seeing the photos. You definitely took the world by storm, and you have grown so much. And we are all so excited and so supportive. You blow us away every time you post a photo. I think you posted a photo today. I was moving around. I was moving fast, but I'll
thank
repost
you, thank you.
and shout you out and yell per usual. Like you have been killing the game, and you definitely are, doing what you're meant to do. So we're all so excited to see, you walk in your purpose, and it's awesome when people kind of see something else in you that you didn't see in you. So shout out
Yeah,
to
it,
old girl.
it took time for real. I just quickly, I just remember knowing that modeling and stuff was what I wanted to do, but I was like working as a server at a restaurant, and
Hmm.
people would ask me like, "What you do?" And I used to just always say I was a server. And I don't feel as though things started really moving for me until I started telling people that I was a model. Like, when I left the house, when I got dressed, I looked like a model. Like, until I started
Hmm.
really living in who I believed I was, I don't really feel like things started moving for real. So
Come
living
on.
in, making that a reality every day, like, believing that 1000% in your being, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything's impossible for real. So
That is
1000%.
awesome. I love that. That is a tip in itself. Like you gotta speak things out loud and really believe that for yourself.
Be intentional for sure.
Absolutely. So What would you say has been the highlight of your modeling career slash acting career? Because I know, you know, you've been
Yeah,
branching out into that as well.
the modeling and acting ended up going hand in hand. I would say the Oscar. I cried so
Mm-hmm.
much that week. Like, yeah, they flew me. So with the modeling thing, there was this photographer I worked with, and she was putting together this fashion video with this designer, and it was
Mm-hmm.
crazy. We had like Dobermans, rabbits, and shit on set. It was crazy. We shot for a full week, and it was amazing. I was like the lead in it. So when it had got picked for the student festival, we won. They had flew me out. I was out in LA for a week, and like the day of, I was wearing the designer's clothes. We had a driver. I looked elegant. We walked the red carpet. There was like press. It was crazy, and I've never experienced something like that. And it was just like to know that it's coming from a body of work that I was like heavily in part of. I cried. Yeah, I cried so much. Like, I definitely want more of that. And knowing what that feels like a little bit makes it not easier, but it gives me something to manifest off of. Like, I know what this feels like.
Absolutely.
I know I want to feel that more. So, like,
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to manifest more of that for real. Like, that was
For
one of the happiest
sure.
days of my life.
Yeah,
For sure.
we were all so happy for you. That is absolutely
I know.
awesome.
Y'all always be supporting me for real. My dog.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just love when I see someone walking in their purpose. You know what I mean? Like you could just see it. It's authentic. It's not forced. And that for me and everyone else, like you see it. Like you get the love you deserve because you're meant to be doing what you're doing. So it's
I
awesome, and I'm
appreciate you.
so
I
happy
love
that we
you for
finally got to
real.
do this episode. I love you too. So happy that we got to do this episode, and I tell all my friends that I want to have them back just because I love them all. And I always just want to give everybody an opportunity to shine their light. So thank you so much for joining us. It's coming down to a close. We have a special clip for you in store so you guys can see some of the work that Lia has done. And, buckle up your seatbelts, if you want to be on top. Make sure you rewind and, master these tips and write them down. Practice, practice, practice. That's what it seems to be the key. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. Happy Wind Down Wednesday. And Lia, thank you again so much for joining us. This
Thanks for
is
having
awesome.
me. Absolutely.